You know, this is even more incredulous when you stop and think what these people did to Mitt Romney. Harry Reid, Mitt Romney hasn't paid his taxes in 10 years. I have a friend who told me. Media. Who? Doesn't matter. I've got a friend. Romney hasn't paid his taxes in 10 years. It's a 2012 presidential campaign. Romney hasn't paid his taxes in 10 years. Media. Well, you got to give us more than that. No, you need to go to Mitt Romney and ask him. Have you paid your taxes in the last 10 years, Mitt? You need to go ask him. Take you back, Mary Mapes and Dan Rather, defending that forged document story on Bush and the National Guard. Mary Mapes says they can't do this to us. They can't do us just because we asked a question. Did Bush not show up at the National Guard? No evidence. Forged documents. No evidence whatsoever. They asked the question. They create a news story. Did Bush evade National Guard service? Harry Reid. Mitt Romney didn't pay his taxes for 10 years. Media. We need to see some evidence. No, you don't. You need to go ask Mitt Romney why hadn't he paid his taxes. And for the next weeks, news story after news story after news story. Did Mitt Romney not pay his taxes for 10 years? All it took was one day of stories, and then you put it out on social media, and you put it out in the local media, put it out on the web, and bammo, Mitt Romney hadn't paid his taxes 10 years. Typical rich Republican. Mitt Romney wants to collaborate with these people? Obama campaign 2012, Mitt Romney's employee wife died because Romney didn't provide sufficient health care at his company. Romney didn't care. They ran an ad. They put together an ad. It was totally made up. It was entirely fabricated out of whole cloth by one of Obama's campaign people. They go and ask Romney, did you really not care that the wife of one of your employees died of cancer because your company didn't provide adequate health care? But that didn't happen. News story after news story after news story. TV ad after TV ad after TV ad. Romney employee's wife dead because Romney health care insufficient. Mitt Romney wants to collaborate with these people. And, of course, the old standby. Mitt Romney hates animals. He put his dog on the roof of the station wagon as the family tooled down the highway on a hot summer day. Did you see that? Mitt Romney, did you see what he did to his dog? Mitt Romney wants to collaborate with these people. The good old days? You know what the good old days were? The good old days were when Harry Reid wouldn't say that. The good old days were when they wouldn't make up a story about an employee's wife dying with cancer. The good old days, they wouldn't get mad at Romney for putting his dog on the roof of the station wagon. You know why? Because Romney wouldn't have a prayer of winning anyway, and the Democrats wouldn't be worried about it. So they would never have to run stuff like that. But today, when the Republicans have a legitimate chance of winning and should have won, the Democrats are panicked, have to put out all the stops and tell us who they really are by manufacturing lie after lie after lie. And Mitt Romney wants to go back to the day where the Republicans were perennial losers so that he wouldn't be treated that way by Harry Reid. And he wouldn't be treated that way by the Obama campaign. And he wouldn't be lied about in terms of how much he loved his dog. Yep, those are the good old days when they didn't say anything bad about you. And the only reason they're saying bad stuff about Romney is because this conservative media's come along, and these insurgents on the right have blown up the monopoly, and now facts are from all over the place, and people are confused, and the Democrats are reacting in kind because they're trying to get their monopoly back, which they should have never lost, according to Mitt Romney, and probably he's just speaking for countless others within the establishment. He's not alone in this. Why would you want to work with these people? Why in the world would you want to collaborate with these people after having this kind of character assassination done to you? Why is it, after all of that, friendly media who supported your campaign are your enemy? And if not enemy, are the problem. We supported Romney's campaign on this program. Touted Romney, spoke highly of Romney, qualifications, economics, you name it. We're the problem? We insurgents are the problem? The good old days are back when the Democrats so owned everything they didn't say mean things about Republicans. It was very collegial back then. They didn't have to resort to these lies and character assassinations and attempts to destroy people's careers and lives like they do now. And the only reason they do is because of this upstart radio and internet media. How many times have we heard John McCain or Chris Christie say, we need to work with the other side. I'm the guy who can cross the aisle. I'm the guy who can cooperate with the other side. Chris Christie said a month or two ago, look, I'm not going to shut them out. If they've got an idea worth listening to, I'll listen to it. I'll bring them into discussion. I'll include them in whatever policy initiatives I have. You know, we sit here, we scratch our heads and we hear this. Now it makes total sense. They're not campaigning for your vote. They're campaigning for donor dollars with those comments.